am.
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
In Hopewell and Chesterfield County before escaping John Randolph Medical Center tonight. Crime Insider sources say Alfonso Johnson may have assaulted a nurse. CI sources say his next move was a drive to Chester. Chesterfield police confirmed he showed up in a pickup truck at the James store on Harrogate Road. That's where Crime Insider sources say Alfonso Johnson waited for his next victim. When a woman in a Dodge Neon rolled up, he carjacked her in the James store parking lot and took off. He has not been seen since. Police are asking those of you watching tonight if you have seen Alfonso Johnson or the 2000 white Dodge Neon with Virginia tags XYP 2860 to call police. Crime Insider sources say Johnson has warrants on file for breaking and entering. CI sources say he also managed to escape the hospital in Hopewell by assaulting that nurse. So they say, remember, he is to be treated as if he is dangerous.
Came here to buy a PS4.
Mike Haldeman and Emily Craybill came to the parking lot of R&M Variety Shop to buy the PlayStation he saw advertised on Facebook Market.
He has 2 controllers.
He'd been texting with the seller, a guy named Mike, who also went by Rico.
Well, I can give you everything for $250.
But when he showed up with 2 buddies,
and his buddy came around behind us,
things went terribly wrong, and then right.
And then at the same time that happens, his buddy sticks a gun to my back. He's like, come on, give the money.
I look over it and I'm like, oh my God, that's a gun. So I quickly draw my gun out and I tell him back the up.
The 3 suspects ran. They took off north on 29th Street, but police caught up to them very quickly, about a mile away, and then Emily and Mike positively identified them.
I was surprised how quickly they got him.
Teenagers Davon Woodward, Talik Stewart, and Arkel McCraw are charged as adults with robbery and conspiracy.
I have it like this.
Emily has been licensed to carry a handgun for more than 2 years, but this is the first time she was prepared to use it to defend herself.
I would have to fire, but I didn't want to hurt a kid.
Mike bought this car off of Facebook with no problems, but he said this incident has taught him a good lesson. Bring along a friend.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought Emily along. She kind of saved my butt there.
In Harrisburg, Susan Shapiro, News 8.
Tonight, we're getting our first look at a shootout on Cleveland's east side. The investigator, Tom Meyer, obtained a copy of Tuesday's incident.
It was an open gun battle in the heart of the Waterloo Arts and Entertainment District, followed by a councilman demanding change.
Bizarre and dangerous, an open and aggressive shootout at a Sunoco gas station in broad daylight. First, a man comes out, then watch the top of your screen as another appears. Seconds later, gunfire begins as multiple people are involved. Inside the station, there's chaos and fear, customers leaving after hearing the shots. When it's all over, one man returns to the scene, leaving with something in hand, while another truck pulls up carrying someone who appears to have been shot. Finally, a driver returns to get his car, a weapon still on the ground. In total, 8 men were involved and 3 people were shot, including an innocent 7-year-old girl.
These are violent people who would kill you in a heartbeat. When 8 men could stand out here on this corner and in this parking lot and just battle it out with automatic pistols and an assault rifle, because I saw it, with an assault rifle, something is terribly wrong in our city.
Cleveland.com reports 4 men were arrested in the shooting. Councilman Polensek has gone to Mayor Frank Jackson asking him to declare a state of emergency in the city. For example, bringing in highway patrol to free up the traffic unit to do more patrol in certain areas. So far, Mayor Jackson has not issued a response.
Deshaun Stewart is accused of killing 2 of his co-workers, his supervisor, Lance Herrera Dempsey, and Dublin postmaster, Ginger Ballard.
There had been some type of investigation into his misconduct, and it had culminated into possibly him being terminated.
Investigators believe Stewart shot and killed Herrera Dempsey first inside of the post office.
There were other employees there.
Court documents state another employee heard Herrera say, quote, "What the hell?" When he looked in that direction, he saw Stewart standing completely naked, pointing the gun at Herrera Dempsey. That employee says he saw Stewart shoot Herrera Dempsey once while standing and another time when he fell to the ground. Then Stewart left.
Well, we received a call here at this apartment complex where there was a male who was apparently causing an alarm to a resident.
Police say that's where they found Stewart and arrested him. After they searched the area, they found Ballard dead.
It all occurred outside in the parking lot.
Court documents state she was thrown to the ground, hit her head, and died instantly from blunt force trauma. For now, this post office has suspended all delivery, retail, and mail collection operations. A spokesperson released this statement, which reads, "We would like to apologize for any inconvenience and thank the Dublin community for their understanding and support. Our thoughts remain with the victims of this senseless act of violence and their families."
A man who terrorized 2 Metro Police District headquarters under the hail of gunfire and then held police at bay for hours while holding a baby is now headed to prison. RTV6's Derek Thomas reports.
22-year-old Damian Wilcoxon had no comment, but his actions are well documented. On October 4th of 2016, he fired 30 shots at the Northwest District headquarters. 9 days later, he fired 16 shots at the North District headquarters. A bullet missed 2 officers by inches. Well, did you think about the bullet that was whizzing by?
Well, yeah, it's hard not to think about it, but that's all I want to say.
Wilcoxon was convicted of attempted murder and criminal recklessness. He was sentenced to 37 years in prison.
There's no expectation when you become a police officer that you will be actively hunted, and I think that's what we saw here. And these officers were just going to work. We all take these jobs in order to serve and protect, and there's no expectation that you can be sitting at work and people will intentionally fire shots at you and try and take your life.
In open court, Judge Mark Stoner said what Wilcoxon did was an act of terror against the police department, and it goes to the very heart of our society.
We just kind of hope for healing with the community going forward and the police department as well. As far as Mr. Wilcoxon's concerned, I believe the message was sent to him that the behavior is not going to be tolerated.
Wilcoxon is also charged with the September 28, 2016 murder of 82-year-old John Clements. He was gunned down on his driveway in Zionsville. His trial in that case will begin May 7, 2018. Wilcoxon indicated that he will appeal the conviction and the sentence. The judge ordered that he be immediately transferred to the Department of Corrections. Derek Thomas, RTV6.
And we have more on this story. Wilcoxon also has another pending attempted murder case right here in Marion County. He picked that up charge when police tried to arrest him. A pre-trial hearing on that case is set for January.
That deadly gas station shooting from this weekend. A woman says that she had to open fire on a man who approached her because he was lunging at her with a knife, which made us wonder, does this fall under the stand your ground law? Our Tiffany Craig went to find out, and Tiffany, I guess the short answer is possibly.
Right. Our legal analyst says if everything you're about to see in this video proves to be true, it is very likely. The video is pretty stunning. A woman pulls a rifle from her trunk, points it at a man, and kills him.
I think it's clearly justified.
Legal analyst Gerald Treese looked at the surveillance video and says he doesn't believe the woman will be charged. It all started Sunday evening when Louis Daniel reportedly made sexual advances to the woman before she reached in her trunk. Even after she pulled out the weapon, he came after her with an umbrella in one hand and a knife in the other.
Well, she just had the gun pointed like down toward the ground to where she'll let him know, you know what I'm saying, like get back, you know what I'm saying? And I guess he ain't expected like that, you know what I'm saying?
You can see John Thomas in the video at the gas station on Cullen Boulevard. He witnessed the whole thing.
Just angry, like, you know, he had an expression like he was just mad at the world. Like,
I mean, it's like something happened out of Wild Wild West or something. You go get a gun out your trunk, you come back, and the person standing there, he don't even have a gun.
After the shooting, the woman took out a camera, snapped pictures of the man, and then drove off. She was later detained and taken in for questioning. But Treese does not expect her to be indicted.
Well, Texas law used to be, okay, you've hit me, now I've got to try to escape before I use deadly force. That's not Texas law anymore. She can use deadly force if she reasonably believed deadly force was going to be used against her.
So the case has now been given to the DA's office for a grand jury to decide. We're live downtown. Tiffany Craig, KHOU 11 News.
Off the bench. He should have been thrown out for that. Yeah.
That's a good call.
Bullshit calls.
Was it the offensive fouls or just some of the shooting foul calls?
A little bit of both. A little bit of everything. I'm tired of hearing I made a mistake or I didn't see it. Like it's frustrating when you hear that as a player. I know we all make mistakes, but it's just frustrating.
You were the first guy since Kobe in 2007.
We lost. That was the money.
And As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
So tolerant. Fight their asses.